Shalom to everyone. Today we're learning Zera Shimshon Parashat YITRO. 10 Commandments. Leilu Nishmat Mulo Avraham Avrash Shakohen Ben Chefsi, and also Boruchai Chayboy Ben Biti. 2 kudos. You see, that's Siman Zivug Min HaShamayim. They both passed away day apart. Ruach Hashem Tenichehem Began Eden V'chen Yiratzon V'nomar Amen.
Amen.
I would like to say a special thank you to Mr. Yaakov Niyazov and Berta Ibrahimova for sponsoring today's shiur. Yadgarova for sponsoring today's shiur. And special thank you to Niyazov family, Rackman family, and all the families that coming here today to support the shiur. And Be'ezrat Hashem, there should be nachat ruach to the both grandparents. V'chen yiratzon v'nomar amen. Mrs. Bronya, maybe all the women want to come a little bit closer, so we should learn something. No? Okay. I want to say about 10 years ago, there was your side of your mother here. And during Sudah Shlishit. And when your side was, Mullah Avram Avrash Ben Chefsi, he was sitting over there. He said, I want to say a few words. I said, you speak in Russian or in Bukharian? He said, I speak in Bukharian. He got up, closed his eyes, and said like 5 poems by heart, one after another. 5 poems. Tak, tak, tak. I said, whoa, you speak so nice. Can you say something more? Then he said, I'll tell you a story. Then he said in a clean Bukharian, one story. Over here, your father.
Yeah, I remember.
9 or 10 years ago. We were so shocked. Young generation, half of them don't speak Bukharian, but they enjoyed the beautiful language that he spoke. He had professional Tajik language. And afterwards, we asked him even to say something more, and then he finished speaking about his wife. He cried a little bit by the table. And then he said, I'll conclude my words here. Then I overheard, I don't remember if it's him or not, I overheard that he once fell from the plane. On the metals. He fell from the plane.
Tree. Under the tree.
Under what was that?
Fence.
Like a fence, metal fence.
No, not Zera.
Not Zera. So what happened is, he got scratched. He got hurt. But after that, sure, he lived many years afterwards. And from here, Baruch Avraham, his Nevera Domot, would tell us, if Hashem didn't decree for you to die, no matter what happens, you walk around, will walk away life. And that was him. So I remember this story about him, and this gave me a lot of chizuk, you know. Things happen in life, sometimes people, you just walk out like Holocaust survivors. You think for sure they would be dead, you know, and they walk around coming out life from there. So this is why I remember your father. He was a very true man. And you know, he how he passed away was shocking. He was sitting eating breakfast with his friends, and he said, I think I'm not feeling well. He went closer to the ground, between chair and the ground. By the time his friend went to call some help and come back, he already was on the floor sleeping. So, Joshon Bagana Den Bosho, Avrochoshon Yoshua, I tell you one thing. He put beautiful family. Him and your mother built beautiful family. Beautiful kids, beautiful domoto. Rahmat Kuna, your husband. Molo. Bechor Baris Ben Marusia. I don't need to look at it because your husband prayed here. Your father prayed here with us many years. You know, he would live there. He said, Shabbat, I want to come Forest Hills because I enjoy Divrei Torah here. I learn. Today, Divrei Torah, everywhere is good. But we had certain connection here. And he's missed a lot. You know, always Zera Shimshon, he would come sit right this spot near me. He was diagnosed with a terrible sickness. Because he would come to Zera Shimshon, He cried once he got out. Guys, I cured. It's gone. He cried, he said, it's gone. I'm fully free. I don't know, a year or two later, Satan danced again. And things came back, But Baruch Hashem, the inspiration he gave us, the Derech Eretz, it will be never forgotten. And I tell you, I'm really thankful to you people, Mrs. Bertha, Mrs. Bronia, Ada Kelin. I'm really thankful to all of you guys that you raise good kids. Okay? I don't want to go to details because then people will be upset at me. I try to keep it. But at the time, last year, we had strong movement to make. Rabbi Ariel, different people. They right away said, Rabbi, we're here. We're here. We'll never forget this. And Be'ezrat Hashem, on your happy occasions, we are also here. And Be'ezrat Hashem, we're looking forward to see Yaakov, Yosef, your children's, their children's weddings, Be'ezrat Hashem. And only happy occasions should be in your houses. Today's Zera Shimshon, it's scary topic. Honoring your parents. We have in Parashat YITRO 10 commandments. It says 10 commandments, 5 and 5, right? So each one is stand against another one. For example, the first commandment is what? Hashem says, I am your God. Anochi Hashem Elokecha. Across from this, don't kill. What's the connection? Second commandment, don't have different gods. And across from that what? Don't do adultery. That I can explain to you simply. When people cheat on Hashem, they go do idol worshipping. Hashem says, stop, you don't think I see? You are cheating on me like a man cheating on his wife. Okay? The third one, don't say my name in vain, Hashem says. Lo tisai Shem Hashem Elokecha lashau. And across from this, don't steal. When you say Hashem's name in vain, you steal how? For example, what's the bracha on the water? Shakol. I don't have time. Okay, I rush. Is that bracha? No. And I drink. Hashem said, stop. What did you do? You said my name in vain, and now you're drinking. You're drinking is stealing from me because you didn't say bracha properly. Chida said something beautiful. I was last week in Israel, and I read it there. I was like, wow, this is something I never heard. Question to you. If I made bracha wrong, Rabbi Levi, if I made bracha wrong, is this considered stealing from Hashem? I made bracha fully wrong. Is that stealing from Hashem? I made bracha wrong and I drank and I ate. That's stealing from Hashem. Very good. What if I made bracha right? Just one letter of the bracha I said wrong. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu. I didn't say melech haolam. I said melech olam. I didn't say melech haolam. And I said bracha shakol niya bidvaro. But I rushed through to certain parts. I did slight mistake. Is that called stealing from Hashem or no? You know what Chida says? He says, question to you, he says, if you steal from your friend $1,000, it's called stealing? Yeah. What if you steal 1 penny? It's called stealing? 1 penny is also stealing. So the way 1 penny is stealing is also stealing. When you make a bracha and your bracha is not 100% full, not complete, that's also stealing. So now, it says, Lo tisa, don't say my name in vain, Hashem says. Why? Because you'll come to steal, don't steal. Next one, Zachor, keep Shabbat. And then, across from that, the next one, what it says over there, don't say fake, don't give false witness. False testimony. Don't say false testimony, Now, the main that we are going to be learning today. This is the 5th commandment that connects with the 10th commandment. It says, Kabed et avicha v'et imecha, honor your father and mother. And the 10th one across from this what? Lo tachmod, don't desire your friend's house, don't desire your friend's car, don't desire your friend's possessions, don't desire your friend's lifestyle, don't desire, don't be jealous. So, Zera Shimshon is asking a question.
What was Shabbat and testimony again? What's the connection there?
I didn't read it yet. I just threw it. Okay, usually Chachamim say, whoever keeps Shabbat, even faker doesn't lie on Shabbat. It says, a person doesn't lie on Shabbat. Even a person doesn't keep Shabbat, he doesn't lie on Shabbat. There's a rule like this. Person who, on Shabbat, people are scared to lie. They don't lie on Shabbat. Shabbat is od ben HaKadosh Baruch Hu ven Yisrael. Shabbat is a sign between Hashem and Jewish nation. The Sha'arei said, lo yidaber chazal. In the remaining Jewish nation, they don't talk false. They don't talk fake. Shabbat is zecher libriyat ha'olam. Shabbat is the remembrance that Hashem created the world. Shenivra b'ma'amar. How did Hashem create the world? With speech. What's funny? When you tell somebody today, Hashem created the world with speech, says, yeah, Hashem created the world with speech. What does it do with me? Anytime you want to create something, it has to be done with speech. There is no speech, there is no world. Give me a good example. How there is no speech, there is no world. Huh? Look at this. Chatan Kala standing under the chuppah. He takes a ring, puts on her finger, doesn't say a word. Is this a wedding? No. He should say, Hareat mikudeshet li b'tavat zo. You were married to me with this ring. If he doesn't say, of course, Gemara Kiddushin says, if they went out before, he prepared this, said, tomorrow I want to get married to you, I'm going to go with a ring, I'm going to be so nervous to speak, I don't want to speak, I'm going to cry, so I'm going to give it to you, and you put it on your finger, you just say, okay, just keep your finger on, close your tears, okay, but Yawad, I hear. But Halacha says he has to speak. There's no speech, there's no wedding. Comes Chazon Ish. Chazon Ish says, since the time boy and girl going out, guys, soon your girls are getting older, your sons are getting older, this is the way to prepare them for the wedding, by the way. You have to tell them, Chatan came out with you, doesn't speak, I'm sorry, not for you. My son, you going out with a girl, speak to her. Why? Speech builds connection. There's no speech, there's no connection. A lot of people get married after a week to the wedding. Oh, they bought it on the phone. No connection. There's no connection, there's no speech, there's no connection. Chazon Ish says the first wedding, the first year of the wedding, constantly speech. Husband and wife keep talking. Why? Anything they have secrets, what? How loud?
There is.
However, as long as talk is look, as long as they don't fight each other. But they need to speak. When people speak, they build connection. Okay, the main topic for today is, we will get back to this, okay? Rav Mashiach, when I have time after this, I'll get back to this. Just, I promise people, Zera Shimshon will start at 8 o'clock, we'll finish by 9 o'clock with food. I think it's proper to give out food now, right? Or we'll give after Zera. I think now is better, no? Yes. Guys, let's do Leilu Nishmat. Please take Chinese food. Enjoy the food. While you'll be eating, I'll be talking. Okay, please. Zera Shimshon, Parashat YITRO, Letter Chaf Vav, 26. We're learning this week 10 Commandments. Of course, these 10 Commandments are connected with the 10 plagues as well. But here, When you see 10 commandments written here 5, here 5. First 5 between us and Hashem, second 5 between us and people. But yet they are together, connected also between each other. So the 5th one and the 10th one are connected. How? The 5th one is Kabed et avicha ve'et imecha. Honor your father and your mother. Leman ya'arichu ni'amecha. In order that Hashem should give you a long life. And across from this, number 10, what it says over there, Lo tachmod. Don't desire. Don't desire your friend's things. Guys, I learned something crazy today. When people go to the funeral of a young person, what they can desire there? Can you tell me? Something scary. Huh? Honor could be because somebody young passes away, a lot of people cry for them. They give so much respect. You're like, what else you can desire? People go to the funeral of a young guy, they desire something there. His wife, Jewish people holy.
Life.
What else?
Life, no?
What life? What life? You desire his life, he passed away young. What did you desire? What life? I'll tell you the answer. Everyone knows Hashem gave to everybody 70 years of life. This guy passed away 25. 45 more years he has to live. So the guy comes to the field and says, Hashem, please, 45 years that he didn't live, please give it to me. He desires his not lived life. Did you see this?
Remaining. Never heard of it.
There is such a thing. There is such a thing. Today is Zera Shimshon, I'll show it to you. It's crazy. People know every person has mazal of 70 years. Every person. This is why you go to Yeshua. Sometimes people say, whatever he didn't leave, Hashem should give to the remaining children. There is such a thing. Today we'll see something deeper than this. It's very short, Zera Shimshon, but very deep. So let's go look inside. Those who wants to look inside, it's in number 26. Bekibut av va'em. Do you know when it comes to father and mother, it's not easy. It's one of the hardest mitzvot in the world. Someone's lo aleinu lo alechem child passed away. They sit 30 days avelud. After 30 days they get up. Someone's father passes away, 95-year-old man. 1 year avelud. Why? He didn't die young. He's old. The answer is we don't sit avelud according to the pain. We don't sit avelud according to the pain. We sit avelud according to the honor. When parent passes away, children sit avelud, A, because their father passes away, parent, or because the mitzvah of honoring parents. I cannot bring my father's shoes to him anymore. This is why I'm avel. I cannot make soup for my father. This is why I am avel. I cannot get up anymore when my father comes to the room. This is why. So for the mitzvah, we're sitting 1 year avelut. When person loses his child, the pain you cannot explain. The pain will never leave him for life. But there's no such an honor that son comes in and father should stand up. He doesn't have that mitzvah. So because that pain will never be fixed, Torah says, you know what, just keep 30 days pain and that's all. Because you're scarred for life. But when parent passes away, avelut is strong avelut. Why? 1 year. You can't give respect. You can't give that honor, same honor to the father or mother or whatever parent anymore. Okay, now. Bekibut av va'em amar hakatuv. When it comes to honoring father and mother, Torah says, Lema'an ya'arichu ni'amecha. Honor them so your life will be prolonged. Why? How? When you holding your father when he's sick, tomorrow your son sees it, he's going to be holding you. Tomorrow your son will see you're sick, he's going to hold you. So that will give you long life. Rabbi Akiva, And according to Rabbi Akiva, the Svili Lebe Perek Dal de Yivamot that Rabbi Akiva held in chapter 4, Gemara Yivamot, page 58, Zacha mashlimin lo, v'lo mosifin. If child is worthy, they give his full life to him. Let's say you need to live 70 years. If you honor your parents, you get your 70 years of life. If you are deserved, you get your 70 years of life. According to Rabbi Akiva, but you don't get extra. So what does that mean? Hashem will give you your life long, means complete life, but not extra. This is Rabbi Akiva. Kosher. Yes.
I'm sorry, quick question. Если нам Бог обещал 120 лет, why is it 70? And then why is it very rare we see people till 120?
Very good. In the beginning, when Hashem created Adam Arishon, Hashem said every person should live 1,000 years.
Right.
After, when it comes Parashat Bereshit in the end, it says Machshavot Adam rak kol hayom. Hashem says, I don't understand people's thoughts, only doing bad. Once they want to live to do bad, no more 1,000. So the first 10 generation, they lived 5, 6, 7, 800. Hashem said from Avraham Avinu's time and up, after they did Babylonian Tower, no more, 120. When it came to time of David HaMelech, because the world got weak through idol worshipping, to all different sins, David HaMelech said in prophecy like this: Yemesh notenu bahem 70 shana. Hashem gave us a normal lifespan, 70 years. V'im bigvurot 80 shana. But if he's strong, 80 years. So now, a person became 60 years old. He is called Zaken. Old. Even though today 60-year-old people, they play basketball. He has to buy Joma. Where is 60? He passed years of karet, from 50 to 60 he passed. He has to wear Joma Shechiano. That is Zaken, old. Then comes Savea. Savea is 70 years old. Very old. But after Savea comes old with strength. That is 80 years old. So simple lifespan of a person is 70 years old. That already, I don't say after Moshe Rabbeinu, after David HaMelech. Because until Moshe Rabbeinu's time, people lived normally 120 years. Moshe Rabbeinu's mother gave birth to Moshe Rabbeinu, she was 130 years. But that was not because it's normal life, no. It was extra present Hashem gave, and there was a calculation with Adam Arishon over there. But normally people lived by Moshe Rabbeinu's time, 120. Moshe Rabbeinu passed away, 120. Aaron, 123. Miriam, 125, 126. But 120 already from Moshe Rabbeinu's time. But after the time of Beit HaMikdash already, we don't see people pass away 120, 200, 300, only individual. There was a rabbi, Rav Pareda. He had so much patience to his students. He was repeating everything to teach his students 400 times. Hashem gave 400 years to live. But only few individuals. But nobody lived 120 and up. Rabbi Akiva lived 120. Actually was. The second temple also was. But regular, what average people lived, 70 years.
Rabbi Akiva, 90 years old, yes?
Huh?
Rabbi Akiva.
120.
Huh?
120. Rabbi Akiva was killed 120 years old on Yom Kippur, on his birthday.
Но он своей смертью не умер, он его это, римский
He was killed, его
He
убили.
lived longer than, no?
Один вопрос, почему за старика не взялись, наказали, а молодых не тронули? Во время вот этой...
If you think he doesn't know nothing,
Не,
listen
не,
to
он
me.
серьезно.
He's very
Почему
little. He
за
comes here on
старика не
Shabbatot,
взяли?
argues with me for hours and
Что он
hours.
такого сделал, что его наказали, а молодых его учеников не тронули? Были же 4000.
Когда у вас есть 24 тысячи учеников, вы одного ученика взяли в заложники, его убили, другие испугались, но на одну неделю. Когда вы взяли их раввина, вы всех учеников испугали на всю жизнь. Понимаете? Когда они взяли Раби Акиву, уже все ученики мертвые были. У него осталось 5 последних учеников. От этих 5, у нас сегодня весь Талмуд есть. Из-за вот этих 5 учеников. Раби Мейр, Раби Юда, Раби Йоси. Эти все знаменитые раввины, из-за кого у нас сегодня есть Талмуд. Но когда они взяли Раби Акиву, они хотели урок научить на весь народ. Раз. Во-вторых, Раби Акива самый сильнейший раввин Талмуда был. Сильнейший. В-третьих, Раби Акива имя как? Раби Акива бен Йосеф. Если вы историю возьмете, эти все раввины пришли Гильгуль, 10 братьев Йосефа, а сам Раби Акива был вместо Йосефа. За то, что когда братья обидели Йосефа, продали его в Египет, они сказали, мы извиняемся перед тобой. Он говорит, это не вы, это Ашем. Он не сказал, я вам прощаю. За то, что человек не говорит, я вам прощаю, он приходит в Гильгуль. Из-за этого до Йом-Кипура мы всегда всем говорим, кто-то просит Махиро, вы должны своими словами сказать, я вам прощаю. Вы не сказали, все еще там варится. Обед не закончен. Я вам прощаю, case closed. Okay, now it's closed. Okay, let's go further. וצריך לומר, כמו שכתבו התוספות שם ביבמות, וזה לשונו, והדה אמרינא בפרק כ"ד בחגיגה, גבי מגדלן נשיה, כי חזינן צורבה מרבנה, דמעבר, במילה מוסיפנה לה. Gemara Chagiga, page 4b says, Veyesh mispe delo mishpat. There are sometimes people die without heavenly court. Gemara gives example. Angel of death. You put your car in the back, somebody?
No.
Okay.
Maybe they hung it from the front, maybe, no? So,
Okay, I don't know. Sounds like in the back.
sounds like, yeah, from here, the
Okay.
maybe that guy, maybe that guy?
Sometimes angel of death sends his messenger. He says, go bring me Miriam that makes woman's braid longer, makes braids for women. So angel of death's messenger goes bring second Miriam, who was working in a kindergarten. She had hot pot to move hot water, and she spilled water a little bit on her. She said, "Ivikai Muram." Water went on her, and she died. So angel of death said, "Stop. Who did you bring here?" He said, "I brought Miriam, but that's not the same Miriam. I told you to bring me Miriam that braids woman's hair." Who was that Miriam? Do you know who was that Miriam? Huh? Who was that Miriam? Yoshka's mother. He said to her, angel of death said to his messengers, I told you to bring Yoshka's mother, Miriam. Why did you bring me this Miriam? He said, when I went to her, that time she was braiding hair, she said some good positive words. This Miriam, also Miriam, she was having hot boiling water on her, going towards her, she cursed herself. So I saw she put herself in judgment, so I took her first. So we see from here, Gemara says, sometimes people pass away without their judgment time.
Сам себя давазил.
So it says Gaveitete megadlen l'shaya ki chazina tzuba merabanan the mi avar b'mile mosif nale. When person doesn't talk properly, from him it's taken and added to another person. Omer Rabbi Yonatan, Denicha, afilu Rabbi Akiva, the enze tosefet, kiven shenigzul lushum adam, ad kan leshono. Look at this. Rabbi Akiva says like this: you have to live 70 years, your father has to live 70 years. You go respect your father. You honor your father, you do everything. Rabbi Akiva says Hashem decrees to you long life. Means your 70 you're gonna get. What if you're supposed to be getting 30? And you respect your father. You honor your father. Somebody out there cursed himself. And he passed away young. He's 40 years. Angel puts on you. So you should be 30. And now you get 70. So the question is this 70 considered you got additional? Or you got full life? Rabbi Akiva says you didn't get any additionals here. You got full life. Yeah, but I should be getting 30 and I'm getting 40 more. He says, since in the world came these 44 sambals to live, it just transferred from his account to your account. It doesn't mean addition here. There's nothing new was done. You just got full life. Why? Because someone had to live these years. Do you understand? Guys, we every day go to Yeshuos. We go to Levaya every day. We don't even think about this stuff. Today you will see that there is such a thing. Years of life goes from father to son, son to father, this cousin to that cousin, that relative to that relative. We see from here, Rabbi Akiva argues, Rabbi Akiva says if someone respects and honors his father, does he get extra life? Or he gets complete life, what he deserves? So according to Rabbi Akiva, he doesn't get extra life. He just gets complete whatever he deserves. What if he doesn't deserve nothing? He gets somebody else's life for doing mitzvah of honoring his father. So he gets the mitzvah of different person's life that he lost because he did certain sin, he did whatever he did. He passed away young, so his age comes to him. And Rabbi Akiva says there was nothing addition made. Why? Because these 70 years had to go to somebody's life, so it came to him. The mirror b'milah moshe Omer Rabbi Yehuda, the nicha afilu Rabbi Akiva, the enze tosefet. This is not addition. Kiven shenigzeru lushum adam, because this was decreed to certain person to live. Ad kan l'shono. Ve'av kan ha'arichut yamim sheyosifu lo yiyu me'otam shenivchatu la'acherim shelo zachu. So sometimes person lives long life because he was cut away from somebody else and given to him because the other person was not worthy. Tell me one thing. I like always to make some additions between the lines. Chida, when he brought this question to ask him, when someone makes certain sin and he loses his lifespan, what should you do to get it back? I'll give you a scenario. But I hope nobody gets upset. There's nothing to do with today.
But Rabbi, first of all, how does he know that he lost it in the first place?
No, I'll tell you. Anyone knows in the Torah, those who learn Torah, that when a person spills his seed, he kills his children, he gets like a certain type of karet from Hashem. So, there was a guy, he had hard time in the business. He was very wealthy. Suddenly, started losing money like crazy. Thousands and millions and this and that. And he fell into depression. So he felt, if I will go hang around with different women, he's married with children, I'll support myself during my depression stage of life. So he goes and he sings. How do we call it in our language? Cheating on his wife. Doesn't matter she found out, she didn't find out. He made teshuvah. how long will it take him to do teshuvah? That's my question to you. Teshuvah, one thing. To appease her, second thing. And to fix whatever things he spilled, Simmons he spilled. How long will it take him to do all these three things?
Rest of his life.
Huh?
Rest of his life.
Rest of his life. Look what Chida says. Go up to your wife. Say, listen, long time ago, this and this thing happened.
Yeah? It's crazy. You can't do that. She's never gonna forgive you. Can't do that, Rabbi.
Что более задумался.
So let me speak. Let me speak. If person knows his wife will never forgive him, he shouldn't say. We're talking about people that they understand each other.
Who's gonna understand?
How do you know?
Most of it's a woman, Rabbi. We're not talking about
Listen, I'm talking about this topic freely here because I'm confident and I know for sure we don't have people among us like this. I'm just giving you an example. According to person to Hashem, by the way of Torah is 15 seconds to Shua, 30 seconds to Shua. You make a commitment, you say, Hashem, I'm sorry, I did it, I will never do it again. Even though it's going to be in front of me one more time coming back to me, I will never do it again. You make that commitment, you do Teshuvah, Hashem forgives you.
15 seconds.
And all the children that you took out from Gan Eden and put them in Gehenna because you did Zera Lavatala, you can fix all of them until the last soul within 15 seconds. But you have to mean to what you say. Tomorrow morning you'll see this woman, you're not even going to look at her and say hi to her. You're just going to go on, move on. That's all. You don't know. You're a new person now. You are taking Teshuvah like this, 15 second Teshuvah, you're a new person. This is what Torah teaches us. Now, regarding wife, this, that, I don't know. I don't even know people who had experience like this, how to approach their wives. But if you know, I'll be straight with you, because whenever I say something, I always say from the eyes of the Sfarim. I don't look at people's eyes. So you telling me wife is not going to listen? Let's be practical. They were not a religious family, okay? Not a religious family. And woman went, and she was around. Then she comes to her husband. His father or mother passed away. They make teshuvah. They both make teshuvah. Now she's crying to him one day after 6 months. He said, why are you crying? She said, listen, I'll tell you the truth. You're going to divorce me. He said, no, I'm not going to divorce you. Tell me the truth. He said, we were both not religious. You were sometimes not coming home. Mm-hmm. I was sometimes not coming home. And I lived with different men. And you lived with different women, for sure, I know for a fact. So now I want to apologize to you, and I'm going to make commitment from today on. I'm going to keep Torah, mitzvot, Shabbat, Taharat HaMishpacha, grow with you together. I want to grow with you in family. We have children, Baruch Hashem. What's the law? He should forgive her or he should divorce her?
Forgive.
Huh?
Forgive.
What's the law? What's the law? I want to know how, what?
Divorce.
Divorce, you see?
Forgive her.
Rav Ovadia Yosef. Rav Ovadia Yosef. Rav Ovadia, Baruch Hashem, we don't have cases like this in Sha'arei, not even in New York, Baruch Hashem. But if this scenario comes to a person, to a Dayan, of course you shouldn't be rushing to break the family. Because now they're willing to work together to grow. And again, she gave testimony from her mouth. You didn't listen from 2 witnesses. That's a different story to itself. But you should forgive her, forget, and build continuously their beautiful family.
One question. If the person dies, men especially, right? When they bury him, children are not allowed to go to his grave. And
Yes.
he gives for himself for 15 seconds breathing avera with somebody else. How come that sin is not going from him?
Good question.
Oh,
Molo Yosef, beautiful question. Beautiful.
I
Okay,
didn't know if he did.
look at this. Someone passed away.
I didn't know he did.
When they lowering the body into the grave, we always say, if it's a man, children, sons, should not come close to the grave. Why? Because if these sons come to the grave, the demons that he created by doing Zera Lavatala, they also come. So now for each child, he has to give testimony. He has to give judgment.
Why only sons, not daughters? It's all kids, huh?
Sons. Daughter will never use, you will never see this in any halacha. Why? Because it was never in the world custom that women should go to cemetery. It's now in New York. This is Russia. During the funeral, no woman went to cemetery. In Russia, no woman used to go to cemetery. It's here in New York, everything, because people classy now, they want to show, they present, picture here, there. Shtuyot. In Russia, no woman went to cemetery. I don't remember my mom going to cemetery. Once a year to go visit, that's a different story. We're talking about during Levaya, no woman went to cemetery. Men went to cemetery. Lachti Levaya, nikada se even Tuma and everything else, yes. So now, Molo Yosef asking beautiful question. So if he can do 15-second teshuvah, why his children should not go to grave? The question is, you don't know the decision in another person's head. Okay, let's say I was there. I was there before he passed away. He said, Hashem, I'm sorry for all my sins. And then he passed away. Chazak Baruch. His kids will go. Tomorrow other kids would want to go also. Other families. Different mishpacha. They say, listen, my cousin went, why I cannot go? Hey, your cousin's father did tshuva. Well, my father also did tshuva, but he didn't. And now, you're putting him in judgment. This is why we say for everybody, now how to go there. One person suffers, that's already done a mitzvah. Okay, now, let's go further. ואף כאן, האריכות ימים שיוסיפו לו יהיו מאותם שנבחתו לאחרים שלא זכו. ומשום אחי, כנגד כבד הזיד לא תחמוד. Therefore, what Torah says? כבד את אביך ואת אמך. Honor your father and mother. לא תחמוד. Don't desire. Don't desire what? Long life. כלומר, לא תחמוד השנים של אותם אחרים שימותו קודם זמנם. Don't desire extra not lived life from other people that Hashem should give it to you. או משום חטאם, או משום יש נספה ולא משפט. Why? Because sometimes do people pass away because of their sins. Or sometimes people pass away, they didn't sin, they just said something wrong. And that wrong saying caused them split second to pass away. You know, I don't like to talk about anybody. It's not my point. But there was a scenario once on 47th Street, not Bukhari, a Jew made your attack to his father. He was a little bit big man. And they gave him bracha, they started giving him bracha, Hashem should give him long life. I said, I don't need long life. 3 seconds later, they were serving food. He wanted to eat something, he got choked. On 47th Street. I don't want to go to details, that's not my point, but one of the people were there, he said, we were sitting, someone said, Hashem should give you long life. I said, I don't know. Anyway, one day people passed away. 3 seconds I was eating something, he got choked, they couldn't call, Katzala, nothing. Some people were there, Bukhari people were there, and they got traumatized. Everyone got traumatized. They said, we saw in front of us, he made it short to his father, on the spot. He was not even 50 years old. Like 15 years ago, 16 years ago. On the spot. This is why Shlomo HaMelech said what? Chaim ve'mavet beyad halashon. Person's life or death, chas v'shalom, in the hands of your tongue. Talk positive, live long. So, כלומר, לא תחמוד השנים של אותם האחרים שימותו כל זמן, או משום חטאם, או משום יש מספר ולא משפט. So, either way, you hear someone passed away young, IDF, soldier, last month, okay? Guy went to war, passed away young. How old is he? 22. Hashem, 48 years of his life left. Give it to me. Not allowed. Don't desire that. Let him have his own. Hashem, for my mitzvot, give me my life to me. Don't give me extra life for anybody. Inami, Deveperek Amad Avodah Zarah, or we could say the first chapter of Gemara Avodah Zarah, page 5a, Amar Resh Lakish. Resh Lakish said, "Bo v'nachzik tova la'avotenu." Guys, we need to say thank you to our fathers. Resh Lakish. Why? She'ilma lelo chat'u anu kimi shelo banu leolam. If our fathers would never sin, we would not be here today. Can you imagine? If Adam HaRishon would not sin from the tree, all of us would not be here. Because he sinned, Hashem said, okay, I'll bring you Adam, I'll take your neshama, split into 10, 20 billion, and different people will come to fix your neshama. If you wouldn't sin, we wouldn't be here. So from one side we say, Adam HaRishon, you did wrong. Second side we say, Hashem, Adam, thank you for sinning, so I'm alive. I came to see this world a little bit, If our parents wouldn't sin, we wouldn't be here. So therefore, in any situation, we have to say thank you to our parents. So Pirush Rashi, שכל זמן שהם קיימים, אין אנו חשובים לכלום, עד כאן לשונו. As long as, now listen carefully. Why? Honoring parents and desiring their life, you see I changed my mind, my words. Honoring parents, desiring their life, why is it connected? Because Rashi says, as long as your father is alive, you are nobody. People not respected as long as their parents are alive. Sometimes you have the best singer, the best, and his son is also the best singer, like him, but nobody cares about him because his father is famous. So what this kid desired, when my father, Chas v'Shalom, will go, so I can take over. I want to be famous. You think it's funny, but sometimes in life, people go through this. Sometimes you have a big crazy chief rabbi. Okay, his son says, no, it's about time when my father goes, I'll take over. I mean, I never saw this thing happen, but could be. Why? Because each one wants to be in that level. As long as father is alive, son is nobody. Rashi. שכל זמן שהם קיימים, אין אנו חשובים לכלום. As long as our fathers are alive, we're not considered nothing. This is why the 5th commandment, honor your father and mother, compared to 10th commandment. Don't desire somebody's life. Means, don't say when my father will go faster, so I should be famous, so I should be greatest. מיתתו בשביל כבודך. Don't desire somebody's life for your own personal honor. כי בשביל זה אני מבטיח לך שיאריכון ימיך. Hashem says, when you don't desire, now I give you guarantee. Not even according to Rabbi Akiva, Hashem says, it's me. I will give you long life. Because you never desired your father, your parent, to go faster, I will give you long life. ויתארך נמי כבודך. Not only Hashem says, I give you long life, I give you even great honor. Whatever you're losing right now, as long as your father's life, you will get double, triple, 5, 10 times more after he passes away on his original time. Because you didn't desire that. This shiur should be when there's 1,000 kids of this generation there. This generation, young guys, they need to hear this. I hope this YouTube goes everywhere. Because our children today is a little bit different world. They need to hear this. As long as your parents live long, you help them live long, you get double present. A, you live long. B, you get crazy honor. Greatest honor. וזהו הטעם נכון. And now this is the proper explanation. למה שהוצלח הכתוב לכתוב דווקא במצווה זו שכר של אריכות ימים? Now we understand, he says, Zera Shimshon, why regarding this mitzvah, Hashem says, I give you long life. So you shouldn't desire early living to your parent. Even though it's the greatest general rule in the entire Torah, Ein od lekaman ala shaveh kvod av ve'em lekvod hamakom. And also later on it says how equaled honoring father and mother to honoring Hashem. How it says the commandment, kabed et avicha ve'et imecha. What's kabed? Chav gimatria 20, bet is 222, dalet is 426. Hashem says, when you honor father and mother, you're already honoring me as well. 26. Yud Kei Vav Kei. This is why it's compared honoring parents to honoring Hashem. V'od hakibud talui balev. How do you honor your parents? With your heart. Deyesh ma'achilo betumod ve'yoresh geinam. Sometimes, child brings to his father biggest shashlik to eat, but yet he's going to get geinam. Why? Yesh. Shlomo HaMelech, he was a king. Demon took him and kicked him for 600 miles away. 600 miles away. So he kicked him. Shlomo HaMelech walking in different areas, people don't know him, and people cannot recognize him because demon changed his face. He replaced face. And for these 3 years until Shlomo HaMelech was coming back to his palace, demon was a king. Gemara says, until he came back, demon was a king. So they called his wife, they came to his wife, they said, check your husband's feet. If he has human feet, it's a person. If he has chicken feet, it's a demon. But Shlomo HaMelech came one day to one rich man's house. He's eating shashlik, like, big piece of meat, shashlik. Shlomo HaMelech started crying. The rich man says, why are you crying? He says, hey, you don't know, I was a king, I used to eat this every day. I used to have 1,000 cows slaughtering in my yard. So why are you crying? He says, I was Shlomo HaMelech and now I'm nobody. This guy thought he's joking around. He thought he's a homeless guy. He says, Chai, you were, now you Tzibekar, nobody, so enjoy now. Shlomo HaMelech said, he calls me Tzibekar. Like, wow. He slapped him with his words. He tries to eat that meat now because of those words. Meat doesn't go to his throat. He ate like forcefully because he didn't want to die. Next day, he came to a poor woman's house. So she said, my son, why are you crying? He said, hey, I used to be a king and now I'm eating bread and water. She said, listen, I have only bread and water, but you should know one thing. If you were once king, second time Hashem will put you in your place. Don't worry about it. Once you were there, you're going to get back there. So he was eating it and he said, cup of water and piece of bread from this woman was much expensive to me, much worth it than yesterday's shashlik. This cup of water with the bread was much pleasure, satisfying, more expensive, more dear to me than yesterday's expensive shashlik that it went to me like a poison. So it's very important, especially when it comes to parents, guys. When a person does something for parents, it has to be from clean heart. And I'll tell you, very unique, but this family has it. Very unique. This family, Rachman, Niyazovs, Yakubovs, anything they do for their parents, like it has to be 100% hidden. Once I made a mistake, I'm not going to go to details. Someone did big chesed to me and I spoke it out. That guy got so upset. Rabbi, I asked you not to say. Why you said it? Why you did it? Like, I'm sorry. Listen, happen. But you should know these people are Shimshon. And this is why you should know one thing. Zera Shimshon is not an easy book. It's not an easy book. And I'm not scared to say our shul is first to put on YouTube. Today, 1,000 rabbis teach Zera Shimshon all over the world. You want to say Italy, you want to say Russia, you want to say Germany, you want to say Israel. 1,000 rabbis teach. We were first. And your son, the youngest. Yaakov teaches Zera Shimshon or Yosef? Which one? Yaakov. Yaakov teaches Zera Shimshon. He's the youngest person that I know teaches Zera Shimshon. The youngest. So if I was the first, he's the youngest. And then get back to Sha'arei. That's all. You can't run away from here, people. You can't. You can't do this. But I'll tell you, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. Why Hashem gave you this zuchut? Why? Because you do mitzvah for a mitzvah. That's important. When you do mitzvah for a mitzvah, that's important. That's important. Hashem gives you bracha. I'll tell you one thing. It's not gaiva, it's true. I realized since 13, 14 almost years ago, we opened the shul. Any person prays here, leaves my shul or stays in the shul and becomes a great person. I'm not saying every second. Every individual prays in our shul, there's certain siyata d'shmaya. He becomes somebody great. Check it out. Open the calendar. Look by every person, young or old. He becomes somebody great. This bracha, Hashem doesn't give to everybody. And it should continue, Be'ezrat Hashem. Amen. Now, let's conclude Zera Shimshon for today. ויש מתחינו ברחיים וירש גן עדן. קידושין ל"א עמוד א'. והחמדה תלויה בלב, כי העין רואה והלב חומד. Because eye sees, heart desires. וכל העבירות באות מהחמדה. Every sin person has, it comes from the desire. כדכתיב, והחמדם, והככם, and we desired, and we took. ומי שמכבד הוריו בשביל שהולידוהו, whoever respects his parents because they gave birth to him, מכל שכן שיכבד הקדוש ברוך הוא ויקיים מצוותיו. He will respect how much more Hashem, and he will respect Hashem's mitzvot. Why you respect your parents? Because they gave me my life. They didn't have to give me my life, and they gave me my life. And this is why we're thankful to him. Once you're thankful to your parents, who you see, you will come to respect Hashem, who you don't see. שגם הוא שוטף ביציאתו ונופך בו נשמה. Why? Because Hashem is also one of the partners who gave you your life. And he blew neshama into you. עיקר החיות ומקיים אותו בעולם. That is the main source of life. And that's what keeps us alive. Our neshama. אם כן, במצוות הכיבוד תלוי קיום כל המצוות. Therefore, in the honoring mitzvah, it connects to all the mitzvot to keep. ולכן, כבד הוא mamash neged lo tachmod. Therefore, when it says honor your parents, that's exactly across from what? Opposite of what? Don't desire. When you do true honoring, you will never desire. V'aynod lekaman besamuch al gimara lekidushin taun rabanan kabed. Okay, so bottom line, we want to say, of course, we don't have this generation people that will go and say, Abba, Hashem, take my father away, so I have great honor. Of course not. But Torah teaches us deeper. You respect your father, mother from bottom of your heart, you will come to respect Hashem from bottom of your heart. I want to conclude this first part of Shi'ur with saying thank you to Mr. Yaakov and Mrs. Berta. You know, your whole entire family for past 14 years is with us. First it began with Baruch Abraham, then his wife, then his kids, then this side of family, Ariel Rachman, with the mother, Bronya. We went with them 3 times to Israel. Rahmat kunam alo b'chor. 2 times to Buffalo. You know, he was driving back from Buffalo. I can't. You know, we are so close. He was driving back from Buffalo. I was driving with him in the highway, and I'm thinking, Hashem, how can it be this person is sick? He's fully fine. You know? And afterward, the test became negative. He was fine. And like 2 years later, then he returned his neshama to Hashem. But you should know one thing. Now, it hurts. He was 70, not yet, right? 69, 68.
This year is going to be 70.
But he was 68. My father was 67. Okay, I had more pain than you. I said, Hashem, give him 10 more years. Big deal. But you know what I'll tell you? After 10, 20, 30 years, you will see how some people older than him pass away. Even 1 year, their memory doesn't last. 1 year memory doesn't last. Your husband, your father, he was in our shul about 10 years praying. Different shuls, 10, 20, 15, 25, 35. Anywhere he went, he put a memory of, when I come to shul, I talk to Hashem only. He doesn't talk to people in shul. He never spoke to people. B, if I keep something, it has to be from bottom of my heart. He never kept Shabbat like Achai. Nobody sees that, put the light on, put it on. No. Kashrut, kashrut, Shabbat, Shabbat. Halakha, Lashon Hara, Lashon Hara. He would never speak Lashon Hara. Lashon Hara, I don't want to hear. I would be like, me, I'm younger. For me, easy to say, hey, excuse me, can you not speak Lashon Hara? Because I learned in Yeshiva, Chafetz Chaim, you know, all this. He didn't. But his age people, it's hard to convince them not to speak. He would say, Yani Chachus Lusha. I said that. I was with him many times. He said, no, you have to be a proper person. And he was like this. He was like this. And I was fortunate to know both of your grandfathers. I was in the Levaya in the Yeshua, and even in your grandmother's Yeshua, when your grandfather was crying, in Hillcrest Jewish Center, if you remember, 20 years ago maybe. I remember him sitting, everybody talking, he's sitting and crying. All Yeshua was sitting and crying. I remember this. You see the love and respect they gave to each other as husbands and wives? This is what remains with us. And of course, any family, husband and wife, they love and respect each other, always kids come out good. Always. Once you see your children движение теряют, like they're going a little bit not so hard, give more love to each other. Respect each other. That's what puts the family in the proper path. Don't close the shiur. I want to share one thing with you, and I'll conclude with this today. I want to say something beautiful. Each one of us, we worry. Why there is demons, why people sleep and they see bad dreams. I'll tell you where it comes from, you're not going to believe it. Why people see bad dreams, huh? Sometimes because they eat something wrong. You go to a wedding, you eat 5 gosh gichus, you're not going to sleep good at night. I mean, what do you expect over there? It's going to twist you, you're going to see as if somebody throwing a chair on your head, and then you get up until you go, empty yourself, and then you say, okay, tomorrow I'll know, next time I eat gosh gichus, 1, maybe 1.5, not more than this, that's all. But I'll tell you today a real answer. Why sometimes people do see bad dreams. Where the source comes in. Ready? Look what it says over here. Siman bed in Shulchan Aruch. Yizael liyot tzanua kshelovesh o poshetet begadav. Be modest when you put your clothes or when you take off your clothes. V'lo yomar hineni bechader chadarim umi lo eni. I'm sitting in my room. Who sees me? Nobody sees me. I close the door. I lock the door. No, Hashem is there and Hashem is watching you. You can't be undressed in front of Hashem for a long time. That's disrespect. Hashem is the owner of the world and He's everywhere. Anything has to be closed. Keep it modest, keep it closed. Honor of Hashem. Right away, wake up in the morning, put your clothes right away. But today is better than 500 years ago. 500 years ago, people did not sleep with mica. There was no such a thing inside t-shirts. There was no such a thing. People used to sleep with a long rope. Not sleep. Take off the rope, go under the bed. But how they would take it? They would go under the bed first, take the rope while they are still under their korpah. 500 years ago, here. And I'll tell you honestly, Shulchan Aruch and Gemara says also, those days people didn't have fabrica to make underwear and this and that. So father and children, they were not supposed to be sleeping on the same beds. Why? Because they didn't have garments. Only thing was covering was them blanket. That's all. So therefore, people shouldn't sleep together. I don't want to go deeper to this, but you could look it up. There was no such a thing. There was no fabrics. 500 years ago, people, this is how they lived. So this is why it says, when you wake up in the morning, first take your long robe, put it on you, and then wake up from your bed. Why? Because you're not dressed. So, but look what it says on the bottom. Explanations. This is, I want to tell you, and once you establish this, I promise you, 3 headaches will go out of your head. Gemara Brachot, page 62a. Amar Rabbi Tanchum bar Chaniloi. Rabbi Tanchum bar Chaniloi says, Kol hatzanua bebeit hakiseh, anyone is modest in the bathroom. How people modest in the bathroom? Some people, they go to the bathroom, they need to use number 2. They have to take off everything. I'm free. Now I want to sit in the bathroom. That's wrong. Hashem is there also. Be modest. Little bit open what needs to be open. And what doesn't need to be open, don't open. modesty even in the bathroom. So it says like this. Whoever is modest even in the bathroom, he's saved from 3 things. Mina nechashim, from snakes. Snakes will never bite him in his life because he's modest. Number 2, mina akravim, from the scorpions. Where is the scorpions here? No. Anywhere in the world you would be, scorpion will not bite you. Anytime you hear in the life somebody was bitten by snake or scorpion, this guy is not modest in the bathroom. Number 3, umina mazikin, and from the demons. Once you are modest in the bathroom, demons don't hit you. Do you know Zohar says people get plague like corona, they get hit? I mean, I don't want to put judgment on anybody, but this is what Zohar says. People get plague in the corona or any other plagues if they don't wipe their toilet seats before or after they use the bathroom. Why? Because demon comes to the house from the toilet seats. If you keep your toilet seat always clean, no demon will hit that family. But now, Rabbi Tanchum Bar Chaniloi said, what was the 3 things? Snakes, scorpions, demons. But now it says like this, V'yesh omrim. And some say, Af chalomotav miyushavin alav. Also his dreams are prepared for him. Now it says what? Whoever is modest in the bathroom, he will never see bad dreams. Here bad dreams comes in. Why? I don't understand. What my dreams has to do with my bathroom? Can you tell me please? Any connection? Simple. Person sits in the bathroom. If he's not modest, he's opening his body for any demon to come. Demon comes, stays in his body. As long as his neshama is in him, he's active, demon cannot do nothing. When person sleeps, his neshama goes up. Once your neshama goes up, now your body is like an empty cup. Who is inside? There's demon. Now demon is coming to you and causing you problems. This is why you wake up in the morning with a bad dream and everything. Why? Because you brought him to you. But when you have modesty, even in the bathroom, no demon can come in. So when you sleep at night, still no demon in there. And there's no bad dreams. Now everything is clear. Since we speak about dreams, I'll tell you one point about dreams and I'll conclude with it. We have 2 minutes?
Yes.
There's 3 types of dreams you can see. Night is split in 3. The whole night has 3 parts. Part 1 is from sunset, let's say 6 o'clock until 10 o'clock. Part 2 from 10 to 2. Part 3 from 3 to 6, 7 in the morning. Anytime you see dreams as marsha in the part 1, all fake. Why? Because whatever you process in your brain throughout the day, your brain is still working for 4 hours after you sleep. So whatever dreams you see the first part of the night is all fake. Second part of night, that when all the demons come out. Midnight is the time when the demons come out to the world. So that is called demon dream. Until from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. any dream you see is 99.9% fake. 100% fake. The third part from 3 a.m. 3:30, 4, 4:30, 5, 5:30, 6, 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, all those dreams 99.9% true. Why? There is no thoughts, there's no demons. And now comes message from Hashem. So that dream you should be thinking about. Today we have no bad dreams. All the dreams are good. But what do you do when you have concerning dream? You woke up in the morning, you have concern about the dream. Go to shul where you know there is minyan, where you know there is like Molay Yaakov and Nomaton. Molay Leomani. There are Kohanim there. When there is Kohanim come out, during Bikat Kohanim, meanwhile Kohen goes, you have to say with your words like this, Hashem, I belong to you. My dreams belong to you. The dreams that you gave me, the way Yosef HaTzaddik's dreams you turned into positive, please turn my dreams into positive. So when Birkat Kohanim goes, you answer Birkat Kohanim with this kavanah. Hashem, with the zuchud of Birkat Kohanim, turn my dreams with the blessing. This is Birkat Kohanim, the strongest bracha ever. So once you have that in thoughts, Be'ezrat Hashem, you will have good dreams. You will have good days and good years in your life. Yes.
What about the women? If they have concerns?
Even women, they should go to shul during Birkat Kohanim on Shabbat. Let's say they go to shul and they need to speak it out before Birkat Kohanim, and during Birkat Kohanim they should listen and have kavanah that their dreams being nullified. Any questions? Обязательно. Okay, I want to say thank you for choosing Sha'arei, for coming here. I want to say thank you for everything you did, guys, in this shul. You did a lot. I promise not to speak a lot, so I'm holding my mouth. Or else I will talk just 30 minutes about each one of you, and you deserve it. This Katayev family sitting here, Katayevs, remember 15 years ago? Thank you. You're a man, your whole family. Proud of you people. Many more weddings in your houses. Amen. But next time, don't forget to drop one invitation to Sha'arei, you know? We're family. We want to be there. We're proud of you people. Okay? All your children's occasions, we want to be there because you and us are family. Rahmat kunam lo b'chor, Rahmat kunam lo chai boy, Boruch chai, Rahmat kunam lo Avrom, Joshon b'ganeden, b'shav l'chor shani Yosef, Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ואמן. רבי חנניה בן הקשיא אומר, רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לזכות את ישראל לפיכך חלבונם שלו מצוות שנאמר, אדוני חפץ למען צדקו יגדיל, תורה ויהדות קדישא על ישראל פה